This is a quiz about TheilSenRegressor, a type of regression in Sklearn, a popular Python library for machine learning. We'll be testing your knowledge of its properties. This question asks you to identify the correct statements about TheilSenRegressor from a list of options. You will need to recall what you know about this robust regression technique. This statement explores whether TheilSenRegressor handles outliers better than the common OLS, ordinary least squares, regression. I'll examine how each method works and determine if one is more resistant to extreme data points. This probes whether TheilSenRegressor is a robust method, meaning it's not easily affected by outliers, and whether it uses the median to find the best fit line. I need to understand the algorithm behind TheilSenRegressor. This statement tests if TheilSenRegressor needs a regularization parameter, like those used in other methods, such as RIDGE or LASSO regression. Regularization helps prevent overfitting, but it's not always needed. I'll need to know what TheilSenRegressor is designed to do. This explores TheilSenRegressor ability to handle multicollinearity, which happens when predictor variables are highly correlated. I need to know if TheilSenRegressor has special features to deal with this situation, compared to OLS. This instruction reminds me that multiple options might be correct. I need to carefully consider each statement and select all that are true about TheilSenRegressor. This question asks us to identify correct statements about TheilSenRegressor, a robust regression method from Sklearn. I'll examine each statement to determine its accuracy. It tests your understanding of TheilSenRegressor's key features. Let's dive in. Statement A is correct. TheilSenRegressor is less sensitive to outliers than ordinary least squares, OLS, regression because TheilSenRegressor uses a median-based approach, which is much less influenced by extreme values than OLS's reliance on the mean. I found this to be true after reviewing how TheilSenRegressor works. Statement C is incorrect. Unlike ridge or lasso regression, which use regularization parameters, like alpha, to prevent overfitting, TheilSenRegressor doesn't require specifying any such parameters. Its robustness stems directly from the median-based estimation, not from penalization of coefficient sizes. I see this as a key difference from other regression methods. Statement D is also incorrect. While TheilSenRegressor handles outliers well, it doesn't automatically solve multicollinearity, where predictor variables are highly correlated. Multicollinearity needs specific techniques like principal component analysis, PCA, or other regularization methods. Remember, robustness to outliers and handling multicollinearity are separate issues. This is a quiz about TheilSenRegressor, a robust regression technique in Sklearn. I'll be testing your knowledge of its properties. Let's see how well you understand it. This question asks you to identify correct statements about the TheilSenRegressor algorithm. You'll need to know how it works and what it's good for. This statement says that TheilSenRegressor is better than OLS regression at handling data points that don't fit the pattern. I'll check if that's true. This statement describes TheilSenRegressor as a robust method, meaning it's not easily affected by unusual data points, and that it uses the median, the middle value, to calculate its coefficients. I need to verify this. This statement says that TheilSenRegressor needs a regularization parameter, similar to the alpha parameter in ridge and lasso regressions. Regularization parameters control the model's complexity to avoid overfitting. I need to check if this is a feature of TheilSenRegressor. This statement claims that TheilSenRegressor handles multicollinearity, when predictor variables are highly correlated, better than OLS. I need to verify this. Select all the statements from the above that are correct. This is the title of the problem, indicating we're evaluating the TheilSenRegressor, a robust regression method in Sklearn. It's a statistical tool used to predict values while handling outliers effectively. This is the central question of the quiz. We need to determine which statements accurately describe the properties and behavior of TheilSenRegressor. This statement is true. I found that TheilSenRegressor uses a robust method, based on medians instead of means, to fit the regression line, making it much less sensitive to outliers than OLS, which is easily skewed by them. Think of it like this. A few super tall people would dramatically raise the average height, but have much less impact on the median height. Also true. The core of TheilSenRegressor is its use of the median to determine the regression line coefficients. This makes it robust, meaning less affected by unusual data points. This statement is false. Unlike ridge or lasso regression, TheilSenRegressor doesn't need a regularization parameter. Its robustness comes from the algorithm itself, not the addition of a penalty term. This is also false. While robust to outliers, TheilSenRegressor doesn't directly address multicollinearity. When predictor variables are highly correlated, other techniques are better suited for handling this specific issue. This needs to be addressed separately if it's a problem in your data. This question asks you to identify correct statements about TheilSenRegressor, a robust regression method in Sklearn. I'll guide you through each statement, one by one, to check our understanding. This is true. TheilSenRegressor uses a median-based approach, making it more resilient to the influence of outliers than OLS, which is highly sensitive to them. Think of it like this. The median is less easily swayed by extreme values than the average, mean, which is what OLS uses. This is also true. The core of TheilSenRegressor is its use of the median to estimate the regression coefficients. This median-based approach is the key to its robustness. It's a key advantage in datasets with potential outliers. This statement is false. While TheilSenRegressor is robust against outliers, it doesn't inherently address multicollinearity, when predictor variables are highly correlated. You'd need other techniques, like principal component analysis, PCA, or regularization methods to deal with multicollinearity. This is false. Unlike ridge or lasso regression, which use regularization parameters, like alpha, to penalize large coefficients, TheilSenRegressor's robustness comes from its median-based algorithm, not from any regularization. It doesn't need an extra parameter to control model complexity. This is the title describing the central topic of the quiz, TheilSenRegressor. Let's get to work and understand its properties. I'm introducing TheilSenRegressor, a type of regression that's especially good at handling data points that are way off from the rest, outliers. It uses a clever method to deal with these outliers, making it more reliable than some other approaches. This is the core question of the quiz. We will now check each statement's validity. This statement correctly highlights TheilSenRegressor's strength. I'm telling you it's a robust method because it uses the median, a central tendency measure less affected by outliers than the mean, to estimate the regression coefficients. That's what makes it handle noisy data so well. Ordinary least squares, OLS, regression is sensitive to outliers. TheilSenRegressor, in contrast, is much less sensitive thanks to its median-based approach. This statement is true. This is incorrect. Unlike some regression methods like ridge or lasso which use regularization parameters, like alpha, to avoid overfitting, TheilSenRegressor's robustness comes from its algorithm, not from tuning a parameter to reduce the impact of large coefficients. This is false. Although it's great with outliers, TheilSenRegressor does not inherently handle multicollinearity. When predictor variables are highly correlated, you'd need other methods for that. This simply refers to the underlying mathematical process of TheilSenRegressor. The key takeaway is that it uses the median to calculate the regression line, making it robust to outliers. We don't need to get into the specific details of the algorithm for this question. This is a quiz about TheilSenRegressor, a regression technique in the Sklearn library. I'll be testing your knowledge of its properties. Get ready. This question asks you to identify accurate statements about TheilSenRegressor's behavior and capabilities. You need to carefully consider each statement and decide whether it's correct. This statement is true. TheilSenRegressor is designed to be robust against outliers, meaning that it's less affected by them than OLS, which is easily influenced by extreme values. This is also true. TheilSenRegressor uses the median, the middle value, of slopes to calculate coefficients, making it robust to outliers. It's different from OLS which uses the mean. This statement is false. Unlike ridge and lasso, TheilSenRegressor doesn't need a regularization parameter, like alpha. Its robustness comes from its median-based calculations, not from penalizing large coefficients. This is false. While TheilSenRegressor handles outliers well, it doesn't solve multicollinearity, when predictor variables are highly correlated. You'd need other techniques, like principal component analysis, PCA, to deal with that.